Hello, and welcome to another episode of What's the P, a show that provides a platform for gay Black men to express their perspectives on topics, issues, and concerns of the world around us and how it impacts our community. I'm Curtis Rusella.
I'm Justin Lamar.
And this is What's the P. Today, joining us for our show, we have Ivory, Trey, and George. Today's topic of discussion will be dating taboos. First question.
Dating within a friend circle.
Is that something that you have done or will do?
So for me personally, I've had friends who dated after me, unfortunately, and
no, in your circle, your friend circle is.
But in my friend circle now?
Yeah, like in the friend circle. So like
if I was to date her.
We were friends.
Okay, I mean that's completely fine. I just don't want to get involved in any of like the bull at all. Like I realize like, you are my friend, he's my friend, so like don't tell me anything about your relationship because I am not the person you want to tell your secrets. So
you can't keep it.
I can't. I'm not even
Don't tell me anything. Don't tell me anything.
Yeah. I mean, like, it pains me to, like, keep secrets and stuff like that because, like, I'm so open myself. Like, I feel that I can tell people things. And, like, I feel everyone else should be able to do the same thing. But, I mean, I don't know.
I think dating within the friend circle is actually a good thing, but my experience has been bad.
So it's not good.
No, I think it was no. I think it's a good thing to start off any relationship when you're dating as friends. Like, I think when you're friends, you know them, you trust them. It's not this weird thing of me trying to impress you on superficial stuff. You've already known each other. You know each other's personalities and everything. And so if you just build a relationship that turns into something intimate, I think that's better. But I felt like the relationship that I had, people in our group did not like it. And kind of
because of the person? Because of the person that it was?
From my understanding that I've heard from the person that I was dating and from the situation, they didn't want me dating that person.
Oh, because of him. They didn't want him for you?
They
didn't want y'all together, period.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think I know what situation you're talking about. And I always say with that, this person, and this other person's personality. And that when they get together, it's not going to work. And you see it from the jump that they see, oh, we like it, but you're like, the X, Y, and Z is a deciding factor. That's not going to work. And I'm telling you as a friend, I don't think that's going to work. Now, you're going to hate me? Yeah, probably. But when it's blow up, I'm still going to be your friend no matter what. But I was like, I told you from the jump, hey, I don't think it's going to work.
But isn't it hard, like, being friends with, like, them both afterwards? Because, I mean, you have to, like, split, like, your friendship.
You don't.
You don't.
I said from the jump.
They can't hang out together anymore, like, if they were in a relationship.
Yeah, I think that's
and
maturity.
One friend, okay, let's say, like, one friend cheats on the other one. I mean, they become a bad
person. That's not your
It becomes complicated.
But
that's
you can't have them together.
So, here's what I would say.
They need to deal with it.
Here's the thing. Even when you date, first of all, I don't think it's a great idea just for anybody, period. However,
now
within your friends, the reason that George said, your friends will not get over something as fast as you would. Okay. So say if the person did cheat, they might say, oh, paint this picture as being a bad person. Then you have moments where if you are dating the friend circle and y'all separate, you still have individual relationships with each person. And I don't think you have to choose a side. Only because it's an individual relationship with the person.
Yes. Absolutely.
And I think whenever you do, like in your case, you didn't have a great experience because people had already the insight into it before y'all even got together. It's like, he's done it before. That's what he can't say.
I have not. Knowingly.
Oh, there you go. Because his friends has been selective.
I'm saying that I don't see a problem with it as long as like the relationship is good between those two people and whenever shit hits the fan, y'all just are adult enough to be like, shit hit the fan, but we still got the same friends.
But
that's very hard. That's hard for some people to do.
Yeah,
Like me, like I'm a person like I'm never gonna show my emotion out in public. So if we say, hey, we go out somewhere and we in this friend circle, and me and this person supposed to be talking, and we're in the same friend circle, and this person decided to go talk to this person, and that person all in front of me, I'm not gonna let it bother me then, but I'm gonna, because even if you say don't get into our business, your friends are still gonna see what's right and what's wrong, and they're gonna tell you what's right and what's wrong.
Absolutely.
And that bad friend, the person that's doing bad, gets treated like they're a bad friend. Even if you don't mean to do it, if you see your two friends talking and one of them is cheating, you're going to treat that cheating friend a certain way.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's different. Like,
and it eventually does cause
You said what?
a rift.
No,
You have to choose. Yeah, you have to choose.
And also,
What did you say?
So everyone's different. So like if you have like these two friends who are like in this horrible relationship, you have one friend that you think is like the
Why does it have to be a
person.
horrible relationship?
Or I mean,
one person's doing something wrong.
Just in general, one person's like doing something wrong. The other friend's like, you know, being supportive and like they don't know anything about the situation. You don't think that you're obligated to tell your friend what the other one's doing.
You have two friends where y'all two were dating, right? And one of you guys cheated. Well, just say Trey because he's a light skin.
baby, shade. Who these light skin jokes? Ooh.
But
That's another
if Trey was cheating,
okay,
that is y'all's situation. I can have an opinion about it,
yeah,
but it's not y'all. That's what y'all's relationship was.
Yeah.
My friend, my responsibility is to be y'all's friend.
yeah.
And so I have to be a bigger person and take what I feel about y'all's relationship out of the thing and be there for y'all if I'm y'all's friend. Because me being a friend to you has no bearing on me being a friend to you.
Okay, so the next question is dating someone
Would you do it? And have you done it? Close friend?
what
kind of friend is it? Like, would you friend? All of a sudden, George started chewing gum. I was like, would he get some gum?
I know for me, I just don't think we have friend codes, and for me, unfortunately, I will never date anybody that one of my friends does. I'm 25 years old.
What if your friend's
7 years old?
If your friend is a slut, she done dated everybody.
That's what I said.
And here's what happens. Okay, but even if you do that, it might even be dating. You know, it's so crazy in that community. They think that because we text for 2 weeks, you dated them. No.
You text me 2 weeks, we go together.
We text. You text.
I just tell me good morning too many times.
Wait, people think because you do have your level of communication, they do equate that to dating, which is totally wrong. But I think that.
But just say like.
If you think
it's a real friend.
I don't like to call them hoes. I like to call them selective. So if your friends have selected a lot of people in the community and you know that, but you would not know that unless they disclose it with you. So say if they're hoes. Some people do. Some people are though.
I have a friend who is. Yeah, we all know.
Child.
They're selective.
He a hoe.
Selective. I don't want to call it hoes.
He a hoe.
They pick.
And if I said that I would not date any of somebody that
you remember to date nobody.
I'll be asexual. I would not slip that. But and also this is my other thing. I have a family member who is probably the love of their life, and they dated somebody in our family, and they have the best relationship. It's way better than the relationship that the other person had, and everybody in the family loves this situation. And should that person have not been with that person just because she dated another person and pass it over? And you have blessings of beautiful kids, wonderful family, wonderful friends. And so just because you are a bad person in relationships, the person that met the great person should be punished because you chose to make a bad decision. I don't think that's right.
It's the intention. So the intention's about whenever I'm going to use love of my life. Mm-hmm. If you say somebody's the love of somebody's life, it's about intention. If I know that you dated Trey and then y'all was together have long, y'all relationship didn't work, I started dating Trey. Trey was a better man than he was for you. Y'all had kids and all that. What were the intentions behind Trey and I originally? Had they always been there in the beginning when you two were dating?
Why do you need to think about it?
I need to, bitch.
But no, that's not your business.
No, yes,
no, it's not.
Let me tell you why it is. Only because if Trey's still gonna be around and you're gonna be around, in your mind, that's what all people come in as humans. You're gonna think, well, they had something before.
I think that's insecurity.
That
goes in insecurity.
No, I feel that.
If you didn't
but go ahead. I'm sorry.
And it is insecurity.
Like, okay, let's say like I have my boyfriend. He's over the house. And, like, y'all are friends. Like, I just introduced you to my friend. Like, y'all are like hanging out, kicking it, whatever. And me and my boyfriend broke up. Now you and my friend are together. It's kind of like, what's your
motive?
What was your motive? Like, what was your intention? You always wanted him.
No, I don't believe. I don't believe that. I don't believe people always. I think sometimes, when it's true love. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, I was going to say I think we're thinking of hookup and we're dating a relationship.
But it starts off as maybe hooking up and dating.
Intentions.
But no. I think that's how all relationships start. It's not all relationships don't start like I'm gonna date you the first time and go out on a date with you and I'm gonna be your. Some people do, but most don't. But I'm just saying, I think you should do things in a proper order. If hopefully the person wasn't I think if you as a person was dating the person that is now dating your friend, I think you need to control what your emotions are and hopefully be clear with yourself to say and mature and say, as my friend, I would like my friends to be happy, and hopefully this is something that they were doing right.
9 times out of 10, you're not gonna be with that person. If your friend broke up with that person, you wasn't trying to be with that person.
Anyway,
it wasn't a big deal. You wouldn't even think about that person until your friend started dating.
And if you are thinking about it, you have unresolved issues that you should probably talk to that person about.
And also, it
has no bearing on you.
And if you're in a relationship, if you are in a relationship with somebody, your friend's like, "Hey, we're such a date." You should be like, "Oh, okay, I'm happy for you."
I would definitely talk.
I would like. I think it needs to be a communication.
I might feel some kind of way because I have an ego and I'm a pride.
I just think
I would check it. I know
I'm an Aries, so
I personally feel build a relationship first with that person to know that if it's even something worth telling my friend about.
Yeah.
But then with that, people feel like, oh, when you was doing it behind my back. No, I wasn't gonna just tell you, hey, I'm going on a date with such and such, and shit don't work out. And then you were looking at me upside my head like,
and now our friendship is broken
over something that didn't even matter.
That didn't even last. Yeah, I agree with that.
But then that's your how strong is your friendship?
It is. There's certain degrees.
It's a case by case situation. I agree with you.
Like if you're in a relationship with someone for years and then your friend dates behind you, that's messed up.
It's the same thing now.
I feel like if you were like just like hooking up with someone, like dating them like casually, we dated for like 3 or 4 weeks, and my friend dates them, it's just like, okay, whatever. Like, it's cool. So I would do the same. Yeah. But if they were together for years,
but that could have been a bad, horrible relationship. No, but it could have been a bad relationship. There are people that have been in relationships. Let's just say they're like in a heterosexual relationship. There are people that stay in relationships because they have kids and they hate each other. They hate the situation, or they're embarrassed to break up with that person. And they're history. They do, but it doesn't make that relationship a good relationship.
But that will break friends up, though.
No,
if it's something like that.
If your friendship is not
so now my best friend is my kid's stepmother. Like that's.
Well, then maybe I would think. Honestly, I think that is your issue. I think at the end of the day, there's a maturity level. No, I think there's a maturity level because it's. Do you have? It's just like I'm bringing this up again. I'm grownish. Watch that show. The dude just and the girl and the little lad guy, the black guy. He came up to Zoe and he said, Zoe, do you want me? And she was like, well, no. He's like, then what's the problem? Because you're making this issue
about you.
And if we like each other, even though that whole scenario on that show went a whole nother way, but that is the thing. Like, why are you upset that your friend has hopefully found happiness? And hopefully they want that for you too.
And I've been taught that you never know how you're going to meet your partner. You never know how you're going to meet them.
You
I
never
don't think
know.
you're gonna meet them from dating your friends.
No, I think everybody. This goes back to what I said earlier. Everybody is introduced into your life for a reason, and maybe that person was maybe y'all were friends to bring the love of my life to me.
That's not love your life.
Maybe
I agree with you, Curtis, but I can agree with George too. Like, to me, it's too complex.
Let me add
I think it's too much of a pride. I think everybody has, when you're upset about somebody else dating you, that's your pride and your ego in check. And you need to check it.
But you're not upset.
You need to check it. It's your pride and your ego.
Let's say this as well. So how about like, okay, you were with a guy for some years, your best friend gets with him, now they're happy. Now, how are you feeling about the guy?
What I feel about the guy is that we're broken up.
So you
And
don't have any kind of like.
I most likely will have with my ex, with my ex.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
But when you have close friends and intimate friends and y'all share spaces together, y'all go on trips together, you know all the things about this person, you should never even want to date somebody from that group because they've already dated somebody that you dated.
I think sometimes those situations happen through tragedy. It happens like maybe that person was there to lean on. Maybe that person, it specifically happened. It specifically happened.
Don't date them.
No, it specifically happened. If I'm not with you, I hope you are happy with somebody. I might feel some kind of way.
Friend.
I will feel some
friend.
kind of way. But my job and my responsibility as an adult and as a mature person, I believe, is to get over it and keep it moving and find happiness for myself and not be focused on whatever everybody else's relationship is.
I can say from experience that.
Next.
Oh my God. Okay.
You think anybody I
I just have
want
experience with
No, next phone, fair game.
is using the phone, getting in
Going through a
somebody
person's phone, fair game in a relationship.
and when is it appropriate to do so?
I'm going to say no. I would say a phone, going through somebody's phone is an invasion of somebody's privacy, no matter what it is. However, if you ever were to go through someone's phone, nothing should never be there. The discussion, that's like digging in my pants without my permission or doing something. It's a violation of my privacy. No matter if you're in a relationship or not, it's still some things that are private to you. Prime example, if you have your own personal friendships with people, you talk about things with your friends, but you don't talk about with your partner. And for some reason, I didn't want you to know what I talked about with my best friend. It's none of your business. So no, you should never go through my phone. And why should you? You mentioned insecurity. A lot of times people are insecure because they think of their person that they're doing things. But I think that if for some reason they had to go through your phone, nothing should never be there. But why would you want to know what I'm talking about anyway? Because that's none of your business.
I feel like phone is the other person's business. Because there might be a day where I'm looking at you and I'm pissed off and I'm texting my best friend.
Or your mama.
Monkey face. Yeah.
Right.
And it might hurt your feelings. It might be like, you could have said, you can say, I hate my big feet. I'm saying, this big foot. Because I'm just talking to my friend about you. And or I could be talking to somebody else and be like, what's up, boo? And if you're looking for something, you gotta find that.
True.
And it can have nothing to do with nothing.
I believe, like you said, when you go on somebody's phone, you're looking for something. What?
You gotta find what you're looking for.
And whatever you're gonna find anything that's gonna trigger you.
So the answer is don't do it because it's just gonna.
It's a snowball effect. It's gonna always be a snowball.
So what I think is, if I get into a relationship, I'm gonna give you my passcode, which is for
your
insurance. Just for insurance. Oh, here you go. You can look through my phone anytime and give me yours. Then when I have yours, I'm not gonna look through your phone. Because I believe if you go looking for something, you find it all the time. And you could misinterpret a text message because texts don't have a tone.
Yeah,
right. Tone is everything. You could say, girl bye versus girl bye. But I don't get someone's passcode to look through their phone. I don't do that. My thing is if I feel that something's going on or something like that, I should have the option to look through your phone.
going to look at
I believe that.
If there's something like, you feel like they stayed out,
you need to go
for
through my
2
phone
days
because I
or
stayed
something
out too
like
long.
that, or like,
So,
they're lying about something.
So my question is insecure. Okay, the lie.
I mean,
Or just
absolutely, everyone's insecure in some way.
well, I agree.
If for some reason you're gone for 2 days, if you can't share me why you've been gone for 2 days and you can't communicate it, let's work on communication.
But see,
I shouldn't have to go digging through your phone.
You see,
look.
okay, babe. Okay, cool.
Now give me your phone.
Then look, you're like,
while you
No,
sleep,
no,
while they
actually,
sleep,
he's in
you
the
like
shower or
this.
something.
Oh my god!
I'm looking through emails, everything.
oh my god.
Oh my god! To see what's going on.
Period. Fool.
Don't do it. Go ahead.
When is it too soon when you start dating somebody to tell them you like them?
I think there's never. If you like them, you like them.
Because
There's never
people
too
go. I've heard this in relationships.
Now, love
it's
is a
moving
different-
too fast. It's moving too fast. But so that it becomes like a little tap. So people are scared to tell each other,
I like
especially
it.
men. When
Okay, I feel
you see
that.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when is it too soon to tell them, or like,
Because some guys get scared off when you tell them that.
yeah,
But he wasn't the one.
Well,
it's 2
yeah, I mean, he was
weeks.
just he was there for what he
He
was
was
there for.
ready to get it.
But here's the thing: even when you begin to date somebody, it's something about what you actually like.
yeah. I know. When I date people, I know at the beginning if I want to date them.
Right.
Like,
So you're gonna find qualities in a person that you say, you know what, I like this about you. But then every time I be how they are in real life, after you keep getting along for 2 more weeks, you're like, okay, no, bitch, you're crazy.
And goodbye.
Get out.
You can be with
Get out of
someone
my
for years, but you never truly know a person. I mean, it takes like a long time. People are so complex. Like, you never really know someone.
And you're always
I
evolving.
don't know. I think sometimes I'm a person that's very. I keep things to myself a lot. But when I like you, I let you know everything.
That's
Like,
too much.
No, I am. If I like you, I'm one of those people that will be like, this is what I think, this is what I like, this is what I was doing, I'll tell you everything. And I think there's other people out there like that with me, and I think that, and so I want to know, like, and maybe that's a problem, but I want to know soon, like, are you a person that's going to be invested or not?
But that's where transparency comes in. It's nothing wrong with disclosure of information, but then you leave. Well, when you do disclose that much information with somebody and you don't even know them, they don't even know who your mama is, what your mama is. They don't know. It's something intimate. There are things that they just don't need to know.
But how do you grow the relationship?
It's going to keep happening. You're going to talk about it eventually. You don't offer the
So why
first
can't it be
days
them right there?
because it's going to be irrelevant. You don't need to know about my job I had 20 years ago. It's not.
That's
important.
that's.
But that's my opinion. I don't think that it's things that you should tell people that soon. Transparency is very big when it comes to dating people. But I think that it's some things that you don't have to offer all the information up
I feel like let that person ask you.
Thank you.
Or
don't just give them
Some people
information.
know how to
They don't need.
communicate.
Or let their actions.
Well, don't talk. You leave them alone.
Yeah. Or let their actions show.
And then that can be misleading because you don't know what their intention is behind their action.
So that's
You
true.
don't trust
I think
nobody.
you just don't
I feel
trust
like-
them.
I feel like don't volunteer information that could harm you.
Volunteer. See, you volunteer.
But I think that's being guarded.
That's not being guarded. It's just being safe.
It's being smart.
And don't lie about it. If it ever comes up.
I think getting into relationships, you have to be vulnerable. You have to allow
You
yourself
do
to be
to a
vulnerable.
certain
You have to
extent.
be able to.
Not-
Because if I came up to a person and told them what I had going on in the last year, they would be like, "Oh,
I'm scared of you. You got too many
that's
problems.
why I ain't
You can't
messing
tell
with it."
people all of this.
But you don't feel it.
But it's a part of your story.
It's
So-
okay, though.
Yeah, when it makes sense in the story to tell them, then you make sure you're honest about it.
If it's a bad situation, they find out they're going to feel that you lied to them.
No.
Yes.
Even though you didn't lie to them, they're going to feel that you.
Because
If it's something you
omission
it's
is
a
lying.
difference.
Omission is lying.
No, it's a
Let's
difference
say-
between hiding
let's
something
just say-
and offering information. You don't
Let's say-
offer
No,
all your
it's
bad
not
stuff.
Well, let's say like if someone like was a criminal, they were in jail for fraud or like for a felony or something like that, and they neglect to tell you, and you find out a year later, how are you going to feel?
It's not a lie if you had a previous. No,
But
it's
if
not.
that didn't bother,
No,
if that didn't
it's not a
affect
lie
you in
if
the
you have not had a
relationship.
previous conversation.
But you wouldn't feel a certain kind of way at all.
But I'm going to touch on what Curtis said because he heard omission. Well, he spoke about lies by omission. Lies by omissions are still lies. But if you had not had a previous conversation about it, it's not a lie. You just didn't say anything.
But you knew it was going to
It doesn't matter. No, it wouldn't. People like fellas. They do pen pals and prison and stuff.
Would that like affect your relationship like negatively?
It might not. Only because it already happened.
It would affect.
It already happened. It already happened.
Completely. I was with someone who was a felon who did credit card fraud, and I worked at Wells Fargo for 3 years. And I found out.
It could have affected you.
Now and he was like doing like a lot of like Wells Fargo. He was like doing like a lot of
accounts, and you work for the bank.
Exactly. So it had something happened.
Implicated you in.
They would have like blamed me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he was the one who gave me this information, even though I had no clue. So it's just like.
I had a family member that was in the military, and their significant other was in trouble, and you have to talk about that because their security clearance was something that your partner will affect their security clearance, and even I think you need to give people the option of making the decision if they want to continue, if this is something that they're willing to risk.
But to Trey's point, you can't offer all the information at the beginning because it's not even necessary.
Once you realize that it's necessary for them to know certain things, yes, because I can't come to you and say what I've been going through the past year.
You know, you got problems
with the person that I'm just starting to date because they're automatically going to assume I have these problems. Being what it is, if I told them on the fourth day.
But hopefully they are seeing and you're displaying a character that is promising. Because people know. This is what I do know, which I agree with you really quick. Sometimes when you're dating people, a lot of people not only put their best foot forward, put a foot that's imaginary forward.
It's not really.
Okay. So I'm a person who I lay out as much as I can that I feel is necessary. So you know who I am. I'm a person.
So you can have a choice.
Yeah. I'm not gonna bull BS about sexual STDs. I won't BS about if I had kids. I won't BS about wanting to be married. I won't BS about saying that I'm DL. A lot of people will say, "Oh, I'm DL," to date you, or that I'm Trey, and they are kikiing all day long and walking around with a book bag and damn near high heels and panties on. So and then that's not really them, and I don't do that. I'm very straightforward. I go, hey, I'm interested in you. I don't say I'm in love with you or anything, but I'll say I'm really interested in you. I find that I want to get to know more about you. You seem interesting to me, and I don't want to just hook up with you. Is that something that you're interested? I want to try to see if something's going to move forward.
But there's like certain like hot button things like you should tell people. Like disclosing status is one of the things.
But that's not legally your obligation to do.
I mean, it's legally not an obligation, but I would want to give someone
option to be with you.
Yeah, a choice or an option.
Or to have sex.
You should give someone like the choice or the option. Just like, there's certain situations, sex workers, they won't tell these guys who are buying sex from them that they used to be a guy. They won't tell them that. Mm-hmm. And there's certain laws that you don't have to tell them that. But there's so many killings of like guys finding out.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate.
Well, and then
it's like certain
when it comes to dating people and then just disclose information to people. So you mentioned it. I talked on Facebook Live one day with someone about people. The question was, when you date someone initially, if you are HIV positive, do you tell them? And it was like a lot of people, probably like 80% of people said no. Mm. And like 20% of people said yes. Because if you would have said 80% said it's none of their business. Not when you initially start talking to somebody. But then
people can be malicious.
The other people came about. The other side, 20% came about and they were like, well, what if I really start to like you and I want to have sex with you? Then you give them the choice. And so what if it's a year down the line and you wasted a year of your time because you are uneducated about the
positive and unfixable and you're taking care of your health and you're not in risk of.
But see, they don't have. They're uneducated.
They don't know
that.
They don't know what undetectable is. Correct. But the other thing is you're not obligated to give anybody that, but you.
Nor are you obligated to give me a phone either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think in those situations, I think it just shows your moral character. It has nothing to do with what is right or what's wrong, because if you want to do it, it's right. If you want to do it, it's right. If you don't want to do it, it's right. Because there's no law that says that you have to. It's honestly, and this is going to be very problematic for some people to hear, but it is not my responsibility to take care of you. You know, it's my responsibility to do what I want to do and take care of me. My responsibility is not to take care of you. You're a grown-ass man. You choose to put on a condom or choose to allow me to have sex with you without a condom. And I can take, and this trips me out every day when I see it on Jack, because, come on there. Somebody puts, what is today, the 27th? Today's the 27th.
Was HIV
negative, HIV negative 27. So, nigga, tonight you could be positive. Because honestly, it can take 6 months for it to be reactive, and the time that you took it, you were probably negative, and then now you're positive. So freaking what? I still need to be responsible by taking the precautions to make sure that I'm.
Well, let me clarify too. You said something. I think hopefully they don't misunderstand what you just said, but because it could be misunderstood. When it comes to someone being diagnosed HIV positive, you stated that someone was having sex on condom. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe they could have got raped or something when they were infected. So just clarify. Yeah. And it might have been beyond their control of how they were infected. And then there you have a different circumstance.
But it's still not their responsibility to tell you that they're positive. It's your responsibility to protect yourself. And as much as we want people and we morally would like somebody to tell us and give us the opportunity to do so, I have to go around assuming that everybody is positive. That's what you should do. And I think that's the responsibility. That's what people should be trained on and educated on, is that everybody is positive. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter if you're not positive. You can get gonorrhea, you can get syphilis, you get hep. People think you have PrEP. Oh, I'm undetectable and you take PrEP, so we good. But you can get chlamydia, you can get syphilis, you can, come on, be.
Yeah. But it's about being accountable and being responsible.
Oh, yeah. So remember to like, subscribe below. Also, share with your family and friends of this discussion. And that's the beat.